So in this video we will be getting started with the tabs API of our browser extensions. So our main agenda in the tabs API is we will be learning how to create a new tab, we will be learning how to duplicate the existing tabs, and then how to query the tabs, maybe querying certain tabs or based on some patterns, URL patterns, and then how to reload the current tab and how to close the tab, and then how to update the tab with another URL. So the code is available in the GitHub repository. You can visit using the following URL: tinyurl.com/moz tabs. In that, M is capital, WOC is capital, and T is capital. So in our previous video we have discussed about the basic Manifest.json file. So before starting this extension, here also we have to define our Manifest.json file. So the keys like name, description, icons will be similar. It is similar to what we have discussed in the previous video. Additionally, in this we will be adding background pages, like we will be adding a script called background.js, and then we will be required the permission of tabs API. So we will be getting the URL of the tab sometimes, and then browser action icon, a small icon parallel to the address bar, near to the close button, near to the reload button. So let's discuss how to close the current tab. First we will be clicking the button, the browser action button. So when the browser action button is clicked, in the background.js, which is listening to which is initiated when the add-on is started or when the browser is started. So it will be listening whether the browser action button is clicked or not. When it gets clicked, we will be adding a listener method called mylove. So by default we will be getting the current tab object. So in the mylove method, what I am doing is, we got the current tab object. We know we can get the current tab ID by using tab.id. So I have got the ID of this current tab, and then I am closing the current tab. So the API for that is browser.tabs.remove. In the bracket we are having our tab ID, which we need to close. So now I am closing only one tab. There may be cases like we have to close all the YouTube tabs. So in that case we can give the array of tabs. Next, so in this we are going to update the newly opened tab. Previously we have discussed about Chrome override URL. Similar to that, whenever a new tab is created, we are going to open a default URL. So there is an action listener called onCreated. So this is fired when the tab is created. each time when the tab is created. So here when the tab is created, we are sending it to a method called handle created tab. Even here we are getting the tab object. After we we went to the tab created, we are just updating the tab with the URL we have. So there is another method called there is another version called browser.tabs.update tab id comma URL which we have to update. So these things will be helpful when we are going for the further experiments, like playing a new YouTube song from our history, or opening a new set of tabs from our history. So the next is how to reload the current tab or the tab which we need. So in reload we have two options. First, we just reload the current tab without clearing the cache, and next we will be reloading after by clearing the cache. Similar to the tab close, we are listening to an browser action button. So once the browser action button is clicked, instead of close method we are going to call the reload method, and we will be passing the tab id. So when we pass just the tab id, it won't be clearing the cache. It is just like Ctrl+R. So just in case we need to clear the cache and then reload, we need additional key called bypass cache. By default here it is set to true, so we are overriding it to bypass cache as true. Sorry, here it is set to false by default. Here we are bypassing the cache and setting it to true. So our cache which is there in local will get cleared. So it is similar to Ctrl+Shift+R. So this is one of the very important tabs API which we will be using very often in our next set of experiments. So basically it will be querying it will be getting the tabs which are currently active. First, if we want to get all the tabs which are active, we have to just call browser.tabs.query the empty object. So it means even if we have 4 windows, all the tabs are queried and we get the tabs object. So tabs object will be having a tab object. Next, just in case I have 2 windows and my extension is in the current active window, I am clicking. I need the URL of the websites which are active only in the current window. In that case, I have a key called current window. I am just setting it true, so I will be getting the URL of this tabs object of this particular current window. In this case, if I have the add-on here, if I click, I will be getting only this URL because only one tab is active. But in this case I have three URLs, so I will be getting all the 3. Next, just in case we need tabs based on particular pattern, let's say I need all the active tabs where Mozilla.org is there. So I will be giving the URL pattern alone. So I will be having here HTTP or HTTPS. Here can be anything like www or anything else. Star means any. So based on this URL pattern, all the tabs object will be obtained, which has the URL of mozilla.org. So when it is successfully queried, it returns tabs object. It means the tabs object will have a list of tab objects. So one tab object will be having the tab ID or tab URL or tab info. So we have got the required tabs now. So our next step is to duplicate the tabs we got. As said before, I am getting all the tabs, all the active tabs which are open now. So this is called returning the promise. So if the querying is successful, I will be going to tabs got success. Just in case if the querying got any error, internal error or browser crash, I will be going to on error method. So we won't be going in detail about the promise here. So in on error method I will be just writing a line of log called there is an error. That's it. So in this tabs got success, what I have done, what I will be getting is tabs object. So we have something called all tabs. So the very first step is I have to check whether I have the tab length greater than 0 or not. So just in case I am querying with the URL pattern, and if I don't have any tab of that matching pattern, I won't be getting any tabs object. So I am checking whether the tabs object length is greater than 0 or not. So the next step is I am iterating using the for loop. So, and then I am just saying duplicate. I am just calling the duplicate method and passing the tab ID. So this tab will be having one ID. Let's say it is 3. When I send it to browser.tabs.duplicate, this tab ID 3, the another tab is open next to it. Let's take it as 500. So when I pass this tab ID, particular tab ID, another tab, similar tab is loaded next to it. Thank you. So in the next video we will be learning about how a small pop-up is created. In that pop-up, how we are going to create a new tab.